T.I. just looked into a camera and told the whole world that 50 Cent been running from that Verzuz smoke.
I said I wanted 50, that's what I said. He don't want no smoke though. Oh, Lord.
The internet is on fire right now, and if you haven't seen this footage yet, you're about to understand why everybody and they mama got something to say. Let's get into it. T.I. pulled up to Nightcap and aired 50 out. Look, there are certain things in hip-hop that just refuse to go away, certain beefs that go quiet for a minute, and then somebody opens their mouth and the whole block is on fire again. And right now, like right this second, the internet is going absolutely crazy because some brand new footage just surfaced of T.I., Tip, the king of the South, the trap godfather himself, sitting down on national television and putting 50 Cent's whole name in his mouth. Not behind closed doors, not in a group chat, on camera, in front of everybody, and bro was not playing around at all. Now before we run through this whole situation piece by piece, you gotta understand something real quick. This ain't new beef. This ain't some random call out that came from nowhere. T.I. been on 50 Cent's neck about this Verzuz situation for a minute now. But what makes this particular moment hit different, what makes this one stick, is the way he delivered it, the platform he chose, and who was sitting right next to him when he let it fly. So here is what went down. On February 6th, 2026, T.I. slid through the set of the Nightcap podcast. If you are not hip to it, Nightcap is hosted by Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco Johnson, two retired NFL cats who know what it means to compete at the highest level. And the conversation was smooth at first. They were chopping it up about hip-hop, legacy, who got the best catalog, all that good stuff. They started talking about Verzuz, which, for the folks in the back who've been sleeping, is a live hit-for-hit battle created by Swizz Beatz and Timbaland during the COVID-19 pandemic back in 2020. Two artists pull up, play their biggest joints, and the fans decide who cooked who. Simple, but it gets real personal, real fast. So Tip is sitting there, posted up, talking about how the whole Verzuz thing came together for him. He ran through the backstory, how he was originally supposed to square up against Gucci Mane, but that joint fell through. Then he brought up Lil Wayne as a possible look. But then, and this is where the whole crib caught on fire, T.I. said something that made everybody in that room sit all the way up.
Then I called my man, I said who I wanted.
You want Weezy?
Nah, I said I wanted 50, that's what I said.
Just like that, no heads up, no warm up. He dropped 50 Cent's name on a podcast that millions of people tune into, and then kept his foot on the gas.
He don't want no smoke though.
Oh, Lord.
I called my man, he don't want no smoke.
Now, if you know how Tip gets down, you know that was not cap. That was not some throwaway bar to get clicks. The way he said it, stone cold, no smile, zero jokes, told you everything you needed to know. He was not requesting a battle with 50. He was telling the whole world that 50 Cent been ducking the fade, straight up. And Shannon Sharp, homie was right there absorbing every word like a sponge. Ochocinco was probably already doing the mental math, stacking up track lists in his head, because that is the thing about a moment like this. When a rapper puts another rapper on blast on a stage that big, in front of names that heavy, it is basically like calling somebody out to scrap in front of security. Everybody witnessed it, and everybody is gonna have something to say. But Tip was not done talking, not even close. He went on to break down exactly why he feels like he is built for this particular smoke. He started running through his catalog, and look, whether you ride with T.I. or not, the man got 11 studio albums under his belt. That is not light work. He dropped joints like Trap Music, Urban Legend, King, and Paper Trail, and every single one of them had records that still knock to this day. We talking What You Know, Live Your Life with Rihanna, Whatever You Like, Bring 'Em Out, Rubber Band Man, and a whole lot more where that came from.
I'm serious, Trap Music, Urban Legend, King, Paper Trail.
I mean, there's three in there for sure.
That right there is a man who did the homework and came prepared. He knows his albums front to back. He knows what he is bringing to the table, and he is not shook by nobody. Now, the second that clip from Nightcap touched the internet, it was straight chaos. People started picking sides before the video was even done buffering. The A was standing 10 toes for T.I., saying his catalog is deeper and way more consistent over the years. New York heads were screaming that 50 only needs one album, Get Rich or Die Trying, to body the whole conversation. And the debate just kept snowballing from there. The clip went stupid viral across multiple platforms, racking up millions of views combined. People were posting charts, listing songs side by side, breaking down streaming numbers, and going at each other's throats in every comment section you could find. One fan said the competition was legit and the regional bias was real, but it would still make for an incredible Verzuz. Another fan said, ain't nobody naming 3 T.I. songs and that In Da Club alone song washes his whole discography. The hot takes were flying from every zip code. But here's the part that made this whole thing even more wild. Through all that noise, all the clips going viral, all the debates, all the tweets and retweets and quote tweets, 50 Cent had not said a single solitary word. Not one post, not one meme, not one slick caption, nothing. And if you've been following 50 for any amount of time, you already know when that man goes quiet, that is when you should really start looking over your shoulder, because silence from 50 Cent ain't never just silence. It is always the calm before the storm rolls through. And that storm, oh, it was coming. But before we get into what 50 did next, and trust me, it was textbook 50 Cent petty, we gotta take it back, way back, because this call out did not just pop up out of thin air. This has been brewing for years, and the history behind it is just as wild as what is going on right now. The backstory goes way deeper than the internet thinks. Now, a whole lot of people saw that Nightcap clip and said, oh, T.I. just trying to start some new drama. But nah, that ain't it at all. The real ones know that T.I. has been trying to get 50 Cent into a Verzuz for damn near 6 years straight. And every single time, without fail, 50 Cent has finessed his way out of it. So let us rewind the tape and go back to where this whole saga really kicked off. It was the summer of 2020. The whole world was on lockdown because of COVID, and Verzuz was running the culture. Everybody was watching. Everybody was picking sides, and T.I. was hungry. He was ready to prove something. He went on the Fat Joe show and told the world he wanted to go bar for bar, hit for hit with 50 Cent, but that was just the appetizer. The real main course got served on July 6th, 2020, which just so happens to be 50 Cent's born day. T.I. jumped on Instagram and dropped a 3-minute video. He started it off real respectful, wished 50 a happy birthday, gave him his flowers for staying healthy and grinding all these years, and then he flipped the whole vibe.
For your birthday, I offer you a challenge, sir. Pull your ass up, man, with 20 of your records, man.
That was the shot that shook the internet. Tip was not politely asking. He was telling 50 to pull up, strap up, and get ready to catch this work.
Sit across from me, man, and get this work, man. You know what I'm saying? But I understand if you don't want to answer to that challenge, because last time you got challenged, Kanye West dusted your ass off.
And that Kanye line, that was a haymaker. Because back in 2007, 50 Cent and Kanye West went toe-to-toe in a sales war. 50's album Curtis squared up against Kanye's Graduation, and Kanye cooked him in sales. That L stayed on 50's record for years, and T.I. dug it up and threw it right back in his face to let him know he remembered. But Tip was not even finished yet. He told 50 to bring his whole crew with him.
Bring your records, bring your hit records with you. You and Dr. Dre and Eminem and all y'all, goddamn the G-Unit, all y'all bring y'all on that.
That is big dog energy right there. Tip was saying, pull up with the whole squad. I do not care who you bring. I am still walking out of there with the crown. And he capped it off by calling himself the king and saying their catalogs were stacked up real similar. So what did 50 Cent do with all that smoke being sent his way? Did he accept? Did he say, bet, let's run it? Nah, not even close. 50 hopped on Instagram and pulled up a 2004 Crime Stoppers Atlanta commercial that featured T.I. It was an old PSA that T.I. filmed after the murder of his close homie Philip Johnson, where he encouraged people to call in and report crimes. And 50 flipped that footage into ammunition, using it to push the snitching narrative, something that has been following T.I. ever since his 2007 federal weapons case, where he cooperated with the feds. T.I. was not about to let that slide, though. He came right back, calling 50 a watermelon head, invisible neck, and took the troll as confirmation that 50 accepted the challenge. He posted in all caps on Instagram that he was gonna shut this man up once and for all. But 50 never followed through. The battle never happened. 50 just kept scrolling through the timeline, posting memes, and moving like T.I. was not even on his radar. Now, while all this back and forth was popping off with 50, T.I. was also dealing with challenges from other rappers in the game. In October 2020, Busta Rhymes stepped to T.I. and asked for the Verzuz fade, and Tip's answer was real interesting. He passed on it.
I didn't know we were reaching back through generations.
Tip said he had love for Busta, but the matchup did not make sense because they came up in totally different eras. He compared it to putting Brandy against Dionne Warwick, both legends in their own right, no doubt. But the timelines do not line up. And then, almost right after that, the matchup the streets actually wanted came together. Jeezy, the Snowman, Mr. Trap, or Die himself, pulled up and challenged T.I. on Instagram. And he did not sugarcoat it one bit.
Say, bruh, you done been around the whole world on your campaign.
Jeezy was basically saying, you've been running around calling everybody out. Now bring that energy home and deal with me.
I tell you what though, since it mean that much to you, put a date on it.
And then he dropped the bar that sealed the whole deal.
I ain't gonna meet you there. I'm gonna beat you there. Straight up. Big Snow.
T.I. accepted on the spot, and that Verzuz battle went down on November 19th, 2020, and it was one of the biggest nights the entire series ever had. Tip came out swinging with Rubber Band Man and Bring 'Em Out. Jeezy pulled up with Soul Survivor and Trap or Die. The whole internet was locked in. It was a straight up celebration of the A, of trap culture, and of two OGs who came up from the mud together. But even after that legendary night, even after showing and proving against Jeezy, T.I. still was not done with 50 Cent. In September 2021, at the Atlanta premiere of 50's own TV joint Black Mafia Family, T.I. slid on stage uninvited and called 50 out in front of everybody. He grabbed the mic and hollered, "50, I'm waiting on you. Give them what the people want to see, man." The crowd went crazy, and 50, he acted like he ain't even hear it again. And that brings us full circle, because now, in 2026, T.I. done looked into a camera once more and told the world that 50 Cent is scared. And this time around, 50 actually clapped back, but definitely not the way most people expected. 50 fires back his way, and the whole internet goes up. So here we are, February 2026. T.I. just sat down on Nightcap in front of the whole world and told everybody that 50 Cent been ducking smoke with him. The clips are everywhere, the comment sections are on fire, and the entire hip-hop universe is posted up, waiting to see how 50 Cent is gonna handle this. And on February 7th, 2026, literally one day later, 50 Cent responded on Instagram. But he did not respond like a normal person would. He did not post a video from the studio. He did not drop a diss record. He did not even record a quick voice note. Nah, 50 Cent did what 50 Cent been doing his entire career. He trolled, and he trolled hard. The first thing homie posted was that same old Crime Stoppers commercial from 2004, the exact same footage he'd been recycling for years. The one where T.I. is looking into the camera, encouraging regular people to report crimes in their neighborhoods.
Some people call me Tip, but this is about another kind of tip that can help our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, and our fathers help get the perpetrators who commit crimes against them off the streets.
Now let us be real, there ain't nothing wrong with that commercial at all. T.I. made it after losing somebody close to him. That was a solid thing to do, but 50 Cent does not care about the context behind it. He weaponizes that clip every single time because he knows it feeds directly into the snitching narrative that has been hovering over T.I. for close to 20 years now.
All you gotta do is call Crime Stoppers Atlanta. Tips can be anonymous, and there's even a reward. The number to Crime Stoppers Atlanta is 404-577-8477.
And then, just to make sure nobody missed the message, 50 threw a caption on there that read, "No verses, let's do the stay away challenge and stay away from me, LOL." But he was not done. He came back with a second post, this one showing what appeared to be old court footage of T.I. on the stand, and he captioned it, "I know Atlanta pick and choose who they support, but y'all gotta do better. LOL, keep my name out your mouth." That is 50 Cent being 50 Cent to the fullest. He does not want to battle. He does not want to sit across from nobody and play records. What he wants to do is win the internet, and the wild part, he is really, really good at it. Those posts pulled in millions of views. People were sharing them, screenshotting them, turning them into memes left and right. Some folks called it mad petty. Others said it was straight up genius level trolling. But no matter where you stood on it, everybody was talking about it. And that is all 50 ever needed. Now T.I. was not about to just sit there and take those shots lying down. He responded on Instagram the same day, but he played it different this time around. Instead of getting into a whole shouting match over the snitch allegations, he flexed the momentum behind his latest single, Let 'Em Know. He basically said, while you over there digging through old commercials from 2004, I am over here dropping new heat and watching it climb the charts. That was a smooth pivot. It kept the whole conversation about the music instead of the drama. Real player move. But the real question, the one that every single person in every single comment section and group chat and barbershop and studio session was asking, is this: who would actually win if these two went head to head for real? And look, this is where the debate gets real spicy, because this matchup is not as lopsided as either side wants to believe. If you riding with 50, you are probably thinking, come on now, Get Rich or Die Trying is one of the hardest rap albums to ever touch the streets. And you know what? You are absolutely right. That album is certified legendary. Joints like In Da Club, Many Men, 21 Questions, PIMP, those are not regular hits. Those are anthems. The kind of records that make the whole venue lose their minds the second the beat drops. And then you stack Candy Shop, Just a Little Bit, Window window shopper, I get money, and all those G-Unit bangers on top of that, that is a nasty, nasty lineup. But here is where Tip makes his case, and it gets real interesting. 50 Cent only got 5 studio albums to his name. T.I. got 11. That means T.I. got way more records to pull from, way more variety in his bag, and way more range across different sounds and eras. He got joints that ran the radio from the early 2000s all the way through the tail end of the decade. What You Know by itself could go toe-to-toe with almost anything in 50's catalog. And then you bring in Live Your Life, a record that sat at #1 on the Billboard charts and is still in rotation everywhere you go. Stack Whatever You Like, Swagger Like Us, Dead and Gone, Big Things Poppin', plus features on massive records like Justin Timberlake's My Love and Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines. T.I. got way more ammo in the clip than most people realize.
You've been called out, my. Don't acknowledge this with no key laughing post.
That is what the fans been saying too. They do not want the memes no more. They do not want the petty posts. They want 50 Cent to actually step into the ring and compete like a real one.
We're not laughing no more. Don't ignore this. We know you see this.
And then the message that sums up this entire situation in a few words.
It's entertainment. That's what you rap do, right? So just take the fade, homie. And let us be entertained, man.
Now the honest truth, and this is the part nobody really wants to hear, is that 50 Cent has built his entire post-music empire around being a media mogul. He got power, he got BMF, he got stars deals and production companies running in every direction. Bro is not sitting around thinking about pulling up to a stage to play records against somebody. In his mind, Verzuz was a pandemic thing, and he already leveled up past all of that. And that is exactly why this battle is most likely never gonna happen. 50 has said in interviews that he would only do a Verzuz if it makes sense, and the only name he ever threw out there was The Game, and even that never materialized. The truth of the matter is, 50 does not want to take that risk. His peak was short, but it was one of the highest peaks any rapper has ever reached in the history of the game. If he steps into a 20-round battle with somebody who got double the albums he got, there is a very real chance he runs out of heat before T.I. does. And 50 is way too calculated and way too petty to ever let that happen in front of the world. But that does not mean the fans are gonna stop demanding it. If anything, this latest back and forth just turned the volume up even louder. Fan breakdowns on social media got the matchup scored at roughly T.I. winning 11 rounds to 50's 9, with most people agreeing that 50 would body the first 5 or 6 rounds off the strength of his 2003 to 2005 run alone, but T.I. would slowly start pulling ahead with his 2006 to 2009 dominance. It would be neck and neck, it would be electric, and it would probably be the most watched Verzuz in the history of the whole series. But for right now, all we got is the footage. All we got is T.I. on Nightcap, dead serious, saying he wants that smoke. And all we got is 50 Cent on Instagram, laughing his way through old commercials and court footage, telling T.I. to stay as far away from him as possible. The battle might never go down, but the entertainment, that is never gonna run out.
I'll tell you, you might win.
And that right there might be the realest thing anybody has said through this whole saga. 50 might win, T.I. might win, but one thing that is already for certain, the fans already won. Because this story just keeps getting better and better every single time these two open their mouths. Like this video? Click on the card showing on your screen for more.